The neighborhood had always been quiet, at least on the surface. But when a self-appointed HOA security force started patrolling, everyone knew trouble was coming. They wore fake badges, carried airsoft pistols, painted black, and barked orders at homeowners like drill sergeants. Most neighbors were too scared to challenge them. That all changed the day they picked the wrong targets when sisters who looked like ordinary residents but were, in fact, highly trained Special Forces operatives. It started on a Saturday morning. Twins Rachel and Riley were unloading groceries from their truck when the so-called HOA cops stormed over. "This is unauthorized parking," one of them yelled, pointing at the sisters' own driveway. Another demanded their IDs, flashing a flimsy laminated badge. The sisters exchanged a glance. They'd seen this kind of intimidation overseas, criminals pretending to be authority. But here in their own neighborhood, it felt even more insulting. "Rachel," calmly asked, "and what law gives you jurisdiction here?" Instead of answering, one of the fake officers shoved her shoulder. That was the mistake. Less than a second, Riley stepped forward, twisting his wrist and sending his fake pistol clattering to the pavement. The others lunged in, but they had no idea they were squaring off against women who had trained in unarmed combat. Urban warfare and counterintelligence. The confrontation looked almost cinematic. One man charged with a baton. Riley sidestepped, tripped him, and pinned him down. Another tried to grab Rachel, only to find himself locked in a joint hold that left him howling in pain. Within 60 seconds, all 4 fake cops were face down on the asphalt. Groaning and begging for mercy, neighbors peeked out from behind curtains, stunned. Months they'd lived in fear of these impostors, not knowing how to stop them. The truth was out. The HOA cops were nothing more than bullies with props. The twins called the real police, who arrived minutes later and took the men into custody for impersonating officers, assault, and harassment. As the patrol cars drove away, a neighbor muttered in awe, "Who are you two?" The sisters just smiled and said, "Just homeowners who don't like being pushed around." They didn't mention their military records or the years of classified missions behind them. To the neighborhood, they were heroes. To the arrested men, they were nightmares they'd never forget. From that day on, the fake HOA security force was gone, and Rachel and Riley? They returned to their quiet lives until the next bully thought he could play cop in their neighborhood. For more interesting and heart-touching stories, hit the subscribe button now.